the National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.
Welcome, and thank you for volunteering to participate in the National Federation of Blind's Braille Enrichment for Literacy and Learning Academy, the NFB BELL Academy. You will join hundreds of volunteers throughout the nation in one of the most fun and fulfilling experiences you can imagine, showing children how they can learn and achieve in ways that they have not even yet imagined. You may have had experience with children before, or you may not have. The students of the NFB BELL Academy are blind. Some have residual vision and some do not, but all of our students will benefit from learning the alternative techniques to do efficiently those things which most people use vision to do. Blind children are children. They just need to learn in different ways to do the things we all do. At NFB BELL Academy, we know and share with our students that it is okay to be blind. We care about what you can do, not about what you can see. The National Federation of the Blind knows that blindness is not the characteristic that defines you or your future. Every day we raise expectations of blind people because low expectations create obstacles between blind people and our dreams. You can live the life you want. Blindness is not what holds you back. We believe this wholeheartedly, and the NFB BELL Academy is one step on the journey of blind children to achieve their dreams. Thank you for being a part of this incredible opportunity. The NFB BELL Academy has two main goals: to provide students with the non-visual skills they need to be efficient, effective, and independent so that they can live the lives they want, and to provide them with the self-confidence to know that they can make their dreams a reality. In order to accomplish these goals, NFB BELL Academy provides instruction in non-visual skills, empowers each student to learn these skills without using any vision, and provides a supportive learning environment with adult blind role models and blind peers. We provide Braille enrichment to our students. We infuse Braille throughout activities, including crafts, cooking, and field trips. We have Braille reading and writing activities, but NFB BELL Academy is a less formal instructional setting than a school. Additionally, at NFB BELL Academy, students learn with peers and learn from blind adults, two valuable opportunities most blind students do not have. We also provide cane travel instruction. There are different kinds of travel canes, and we use the NFB cane, a carbon fiber tapered one-piece tube with a metal tip that comes to a person's nose or eyes. The NFB cane is lighter and longer, so it provides more information more quickly. At NFB BELL Academy, we help students build the confidence they need to trust their canes to provide the information that they need to travel independently and safely. We provide instruction in non-visual skills in all areas of life. Each NFB BELL Academy student has poor vision. We show them that relying on unreliable vision is not a path to success. Instead, they can take charge of their lives by not mastering the non-visual skills we teach. NFB BELL Academy helps students build self-confidence. Too often our students are encouraged to rely on their vision, but their vision does not serve them well. Instead, we teach them that they can do what they want to do independently without using any vision. Non-visual skills alleviate fear of vision not being reliable. Thus, our students are empowered at all times, whether or not they are using their residual vision. Perhaps most importantly, NFB BELL Academy allows students to build relationships with blind peers, with blind role models, and with sighted adults, who in turn will learn from our NFB BELL Academy students. Please note that you will likely have the opportunity to work with other volunteers who happen to be blind. Here are some simple, straightforward pointers which encourage sighted individuals to feel comfortable and at ease with blind individuals. 1. When you meet me, don't be ill at ease. It will help both of us if we just remember that we are both people. 2. I'm an ordinary person, just blind. You don't need to raise your voice or address me as if I were a child. Don't ask a sighted person what I want. Ask me. 3. I may use a long white cane or a guide dog to walk independently, or I may ask to take your arm. Let me decide, and please don't grab my arm. Let me take yours. I'll keep a half step behind to anticipate curves and steps. 4. I want to know who's in the room with me. Speak when you enter. Introduce me to others. Include children and tell me if there's a cat or a dog. 5. I'll discuss blindness with you if you're curious, but it's an old story to me. I have as many other interests as you do. And 6. Don't think of me as just a blind person. I'm just a person who happens to be blind. Here are a few more ideas to how to interact with blind children. 1. I'm an ordinary kid, just blind. 2. I will walk with a long white cane to walk independently. Please don't grab me. I can't see you coming and no one wants to be grabbed. Please don't take my arm or hand or foot and move it to a place you want me to be or what you want me to feel. Just talk to me, and I'll ask you questions if I need more information about where to go or what to do. I'm a kid and I'm blind, but I still want to be in control of my own body. After all, one wants to have their body moved around by someone else. 3. At meals, I will not have trouble with ordinary table skills because of my blindness. However, like a lot of kids, I might be messy. Please treat me like you would any kid learning new skills. Be kind, firm, and have high expectations. I can do it, but I might need a little coaching along the way. Number 4. Don't avoid words like look and see. I use them too. At NFB BELL Academy, I look with my hands, and I'm always glad to see friends like you. 5. I don't want pity. But please don't talk about the wonderful compensations of blindness. My senses of smell, touch, and hearing did not improve when I became blind. I rely on them more, and therefore I might get more information through those senses than you do. That's all. Number 6. Please do not praise me if I can see some things. My vision is what it is. I don't want praise for the way I am. Also, my vision is not my strength. Please help me build my non-visual skills so that I won't need to rely on my not very good vision. 7. When I am in a new area, please offer to describe what's going on. When you describe things, start with general information and then go into more detail. I'll ask questions when I want to know more information too. 8. Don't put limitations on me or assume that I can't do something because I'm blind. I'm like every kid my age. I just happen to be blind. Now, here are a few ideas on how to instruct our blind students at NFB BELL Academy. 1. Verbalize your actions. Students at NFB BELL Academy wear learning shades or sleep shades, blindfolds, during our activities so that they may learn to rely on senses other than their vision. Telling them about an activity and guiding them through a new activity verbally helps our NFB BELL Academy students grow in both their non-visual skills and in self-confidence. Hand under hand technique. This involves the adult performing the activity and the student placing his or her hands on top of the adult's hands. The adult should be verbally describing the activity at the same time. The adult should repeat any action at the student's request. The hand under hand technique allows a student to withdraw from an activity easily. Students may not like certain activities, and they need to be able to quit an activity just as any other student might do. We will talk with the student to try to discover the reason the student is withdrawing from the activity, and we will try to ameliorate the problem if possible. Sometimes it's a new activity which is just a little scary, and sometimes folks haven't completely awakened in the morning. Regardless, NFB BELL Academy's students are treated with respect, just like their sighted peers. If they refuse to engage in an activity, there may be consequences to that behavioral choice. but the choice remains with the student. I contrast hand-under-hand technique with hand-over-hand. Many people may be more familiar with the hand-over-hand technique. It involves placing the adult's hands on top of the child's hands and moving the person around. We'll note that this is rarely used with school-age children who are typically developing. Some feel that it is appropriate to use hand over hand with blind children. We do not. Hand over hand often prevents students from fully participating in the activity because their hands are being manipulated. Their fingers are not necessarily learning how to use scissors with a cutting motion because they have no independent movement themselves. Their hands are being forced around. Moreover, it creates a very unpleasant choice when the child does not wish to engage in an activity. The child must struggle to get away from you. We don't want this, and children don't learn well with hand over hand, so we do hand under hand. Please note that when a blind adult places his or her hands on top of a student's hand to check what the student is doing, that is not hand over hand instruction. It is information gathering. Only when the student's hand is being manipulated in a certain way do we have that hand over hand problem. Another technique which is great to use is side-by-side modeling. In side-by-side modeling, the adult communicates the task to the student verbally and describes it with as much detail as possible. The adult then performs the task along with the student and allows the student to touch the instructor as the task is being performed. An example of a task for which side-by-side modeling works very well is teaching a student to kick a ball. The instructor will place his or her leg alongside the student's leg and allow the student to feel, either with the student's stationary leg or with the student's hand, the movement of the teacher's leg in the kicking motion. The adult will then foster more independence through the use of verbal questioning. If needed, the adult can guide the student through questions. What should you do next? Where does your foot go next? Last example of student teaching techniques we'll discuss is student-led assistance. Student-led assistance provides the student with the power to determine what, how much, and when assistance will be provided. The adult communicates the lesson and informs the student of his or her availability for physical or verbal assistance. The student may request help, verbal, tactual, clues at any time. Throughout this technique, the student chooses his or her level of support and engagement. The level of support is based on the student's request. Again, we thank you for your interest in volunteering for NFB BELL Academy. Just like all summer programs for children, NFB BELL Academy is an amazing opportunity for students and volunteers, and it takes a great deal of planning and hard work. Everyone has things that they are good at and things that they enjoy. These are the areas where you can make the most impact as a volunteer. Please know that your hard work is vital to making NFB BELL Academy a fun and enriching experience for every student who attends. Each program will have its own needs before NFB BELL Academy takes place. They might be related to finding students, informing families about NFB BELL Academy and its benefits to their child, fundraising, transportation, field trip planning, lesson preparation, materials preparation, coordinating volunteers, planning and coordinating parent programming, etc. We also have a new module this year, Students as Teachers. In these lessons, the adults become the students and the NFB BELL Academy students get to teach. This type of activity builds students' self-confidence and provides adults an insight into the utility of non-visual skills. Each NFB BELL Academy program will need volunteers every day. In some areas, volunteers may be needed to transport students to or from NFB BELL Academy. Also, volunteers may be needed to work directly with NFB BELL Academy students during learning activities, to help chaperone field trips, or to help prepare and serve meals to NFB BELL Academy students. Please be upfront about any restrictions you may have, lifting, etc. as well as any sensitivities or allergies you may have, food, dogs, etc. We don't want anyone to be uncomfortable or to get hurt at NFB BELL Academy. If you have special skills, such as CPR first aid certification, musical talent, etc., please share that information with your NFB BELL Academy coordinator. Please know that we prioritize the safety of all related to NFB BELL Academy. For this reason, you may be asked to undergo a background check. Please know that all individuals working with students at NFB BELL Academy will have been asked to do the same. Thank you again for your interest in serving at your NFB BELL Academy. With your help, we will change lives and have fun doing it.
For more information about the National Federation of the Blind, visit www.nfb.org or call 410-659-9314.